On November 6, 1899, 4 years old Roy Craw was playing at his residence when he somehow disappeared. The residence is located just outside of Kelly City of Wisconsin. This area is filled with thick vegetations and rivers. The family and locals started searching the area without having any success. Factories, offices, mills, stores, and schools were closed so volunteers could come and help with the search. There were a total of 500 people who came to help. On November 8, 2 days after Roy went missing, a search group was combing a swamp in the area. They searched at one time and were getting ready to leave when they decided to do another search of the swamp. This time, one of the searchers saw a little foot hanging from a windfall and they realized they had just found Roy Craw. He was dead. Apparently, he died few hours before searchers found him. His face and hands were scratched and one shoe was lost. How did searchers miss Roy the first time they were searching the swamp? What happened to Roy remains a mystery to this day. On July 18, 1971, 9 years old Kevin Dye was playing ping pong with his family in a cabin close to Elkhorn Creek in Wyoming, United States. During the play, the ball went outside the cabin and Kevin went outside to bring it. Family members were waiting for Kevin to return, but he never did. Kevin was not familiar with this area as this was one of the few times he came with the family to this spot. Family members quickly started their search and asked for help from other cabin members in the area. Kevin had epilepsy and could not speak. Soon after, Forest Service and County Sheriff was notified and an official search was organized. There was about 3,000 of volunteers and professionals who came to help with this search. After some time of searching, some searchers stated they had seen the boy and he had run away from them. At some point, it was determined if they placed food in the woods, they eventually would be able to catch Kevin. 8 days after Kevin went missing, a woman told searchers she had put food outside the door of her cabin and 20 minutes later it was gone. Searchers reorganized around the new finding, but they had no luck. Some searchers stated during the search they came across few lean-to shelter made from pine boughs and imprints in the needle underneath them indicated that Kevin might have slept there. They also found few stick buildings and stone arranging projects that had been found in a canyon. Kevin's parents claimed the structure could belong to Kevin. Searchers brought bloodhound dogs to the scene, but they failed to pick up a scent. On July 28, 10 days after Kevin went missing, at around 8:30 a.m., searchers were along the bank of Elkhorn Creek at the base of Elkhorn Mountain when they found Kevin lying on his side unconscious. When searchers approached him, he slowly woke up and didn't say anything. He just crawled into the litter to be carried out of the woods. The spot they found him was 2.5 miles walk from the cabin he went missing. Kevin had scratches on his face and arm and he was missing a shoe. Doctors stated Kevin had lost 25 pounds during the disappearance and it was his opinion that Kevin hadn't eaten anything during the disappearance. He also said Kevin would not survive another 2 days. Kevin was eventually fully recovered but didn't communicate what happened during the time he was gone. The Woods family lived on a farm at the base of Gallis Mountain in 1956. The family had just lost Mrs. Woods due to a long-term illness. Mr. Woods worked on different farms and during the day his mother would watch his 4 children. On October 29, 1956, the children were in the field harvesting cotton when they realized they hadn't seen Jack Jr. for some time now. They started searching until they realized they need assistance from officials. Before the day was over, few hundred searchers came to help and were combing the area. There were 200 National Guards and 300 citizens who were searching the area. They were all yelling and lighting fire for the kid to find his way. After searching during the night and not having any luck, some searchers were getting ready to leave and come back in the morning when one of the National Guard found the 3-year-old on a mountainside. He was in a good condition. They found the boy as soon as it started to rain on a hillside, which means he was climbing, which doesn't make sense because he knew the farm was not on top of the mountain. The guards stated they had just searched this area and they were sure Jack Jr. wasn't there at that time. The family tried to talk to him, but the boy didn't say anything about his experience.